The thought of the amount of young people listening to this album in complete confusion is hilarious to me. And like, this is one of the few times that I don't mind being called Unk. Metro Boomin is one of the best producers of the last 10 years, and I don't think it's a hot take at this point to say that he's one of the greatest of all time. Early in his career, I feel like he only had one real lane with like hard trap beats, but over the years, he's shown a lot of growth and range, and that allows us to get something like his newest project, A Futuristic Summa. At first, I was really confused when they announced the title of this album, and then I was more confused when they started to do the marketing and the rollout for this project, because with my brain today, when I hear Futuristic Summa, my first thought is, oh, Metro Boomin, he's about to put us onto a new sound. Metro's about to introduce us to the next wave of Atlanta artists. And I feel like Metro tweeted, or I saw somewhere that Metro said that this was going to be an all new cast of features. And so when they announced the features, it was like, oh, 21 Savage, Future, Young Thug. Who would have guessed? I'm getting older, so I don't know if I just didn't remember, but I forgot that that era that I grew up in was called the Futuristic era. But as soon as I heard the first song, everything made sense. If you're under the age of like 25, 26, you're probably really confused with this album. This era, this sound of music, this was like 2008 to like 2011 or something like that. I'm 31 years old, so if you're old enough and if you were outside back then, you understand what Metro was going for. For the younger people, y'all don't know about the Roscoe Dash Mohawks. Y'all don't know about White Boy Wasted. Y'all don't know about Hollister, American Eagle. Shout out to Sydney Sweeney. Back in the day, Aeropostale was like a luxury brand for us. This was that era. For me, I'm from the South. I'm from Virginia. I grew up in this. Like, I usually don't like relying on nostalgia, but this album just brings me back to such a simpler time in my life. And at least for the songs that I like, I really enjoy this. This album makes me happy and sad. Like, it makes me happy because it brings me back to my younger days, but it also makes me sad because I realized that younger people missed out on that era. Like, I don't really go out like that anymore, but at least what I hear from younger people, it sounds like they don't really dance today, or at least guys and girls. So like, for the younger people, they don't know what it's like when Travis Porter comes on. They don't know what it's like when Waka No Hands comes on and the girl just starts twerking in front of you. They don't know about that. This brings me back to those days, and if you're older, you get it. A couple of quick things about this album. Number one, I feel like this project is way too long. Like, I know this is getting pushed as a double album. I don't need 20 songs of this. Also, I usually hate when albums don't list out their features, but in this case, I feel like it actually worked, because for a lot of the bigger named artists on this project, or at least bigger named artists by today's standards, I was really disappointed by those songs. I also feel like disc 1 is way better than disc 2. But coming out the gate hot, as soon as I heard I Want It All by J Money, I knew exactly what we were getting, and I haven't heard his name in forever. I thought this was a perfect way to start the album. I thought this was a perfect tone setter for what the vibe of this album is going to be. And if you're 22, 21 years old or younger, at this point in track 1, you're already probably like, what the f***? The next song, They Wanna Have Fun, is fire, and it reminds me of the thirst that used to be in my body when I was like 16, 17 years old going to teen parties. Younger people do not understand what Travis Porter means to me and my generation, and the memories that I have because of their music. Like, people don't know about when Make It Rain came on, when Bring It Back came on, the girls went crazy, and you needed to get behind something quick. So at this point in the album, I know I'm caught up in the moment, because when I was younger, I hated Roscoe Dash. I thought Roscoe Dash was terrible, but when I heard him on Butterflies, I thought he sounded great on this. I didn't even realize that was him at first. The next song, Take Me Through There, was not it, and I don't really have anything nice to say about it. And then we get to the MVP, or at least one of the MVPs of this album, Young Dro. Young Dro is stealing all the swag. WTF going, and it's a party, they stealing all the swag. I love that Young Dro has been getting a lot of love and shine with this album, and I think he was also on J. Cole's last project, if my memory is correct. WTF Going might be my favorite song on this entire album. The first time that I listened to it, I was driving in my car, and as soon as it came on, I could not stop smiling and dancing. At this point in the album, I am fully enjoying this. I'm in my car, I'm having a blast, I'm swerving through traffic, I'm switching lanes. For me, at my age, this is perfect feel-good music, and I like these songs for more than just the nostalgia. This is that riding around town, windows down, music blasting, summertime music. Slide by Roscoe Dash. Again, when I was younger, I did not like this nigga. I hated All the Way Turned Up. I hated his mohawk. I hated his voice, but this is another great song. So at this point, I'm fully enjoying this album, but looking at this track list, that might be the only positive things I have to say about this album. I mean, Still Turnt was okay. I Go was cool. I like that, but that's really it. For the rest of the songs on this album, I either straight up don't like them or I like them strictly for nostalgia. And what I mean by strictly for nostalgia, I'm not gonna go back and play these songs unless I'm listening to the entire album or I'm playing a 2010s playlist. A lot of the big names on this album left me really disappointed. Like, I've loved Walker for years. I did a project on this man in my marketing class in the 10th grade. I still play some of his newer stuff. I did not like him on this at all. I thought Clap was terrible, and I only liked him on I Like That as he only does ad-libs. I also thought that Lil Baby did not fit on this project at all. I thought he sounded terrible on Don't Stop Dancing, and he ruined, in my opinion, what I thought was a good beat and a good hook. I also didn't like him on Jerry Curry. I hate to say it, but I'ma always speak my truth. I think we need to stick a fork in Young Thug because that song Birthday, in my opinion, was terrible. And I feel bad for saying it because I understand that he's on probation. I understand that he can't talk about certain things, which really sucks. But I don't think I've liked a song or a feature that he's done since he's been out of jail. Shout out to Gunna. Partying and Drinking with Future, 21 Savage, and Waka was extremely disappointing. I get why he does it, but I really hate when 21 Savage gets into his For the Ladies bag. Never really works for me. Even Future, who I'm a big fan of, didn't really do anything for me. I also thought that hook by Waka was garbage. And if you think about it, Future and Metro kind of already made this song before, and they did it much better with Drink and Dance last year. This album, if they just cut this in half and only kept it to one disc, I hate when they do the multiple disc in the streaming era. That's so stupid to me. But if they only made this one disc, I think this would have been a great album, at least for me, because this is my era, so I love going back to this time period. This just felt bloated. I'm sure this album was a lot of fun making, and I love what Metro was going for, but overall, if I only like half the songs, that's underwhelming. For the most part, this album was carried by the OGs that don't have the biggest names by today's standards. Like Roscoe Dash and Young Dro are by far the MVPs for this album for me. This project also made me realize that I might be good on Quavo. I feel like I haven't really liked any Quavo song over the last few years, but this was a fun project. I don't feel like as a whole I'm ever going to go back and listen to this entire thing, but the songs that I love, I really love. Whenever I do these type of videos talking about albums, I usually give my 5 favorite songs from the project. And looking at this track list, if I had to pick, I would say I Want It All, They Wanna Have Fun, WTF Going, It's a Party, and I like that. But I love what Metro was going for. I love that Metro took a risk. I love that Metro was introducing the younger generation to a newer sound, and for them, newer artists. But this album felt bloated. I was really disappointed by a lot of the bigger name features. And do I ever plan on listening to this entire album outside of when I'm looking for just nostalgia? No. But again, the songs that I like, I really love, and I plan on listening to those a lot. Those are going to be on my gym playlist, and I'm definitely going to add those to my rotation for the rest of the summer. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We talk about a bunch of different things on this channel. What are your thoughts on this album? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I'm really curious for younger listeners of music. Do you like this sound? And do you know about that era of hip hop? Like, I feel like depending on your region, that might have been a very dark time in hip hop. I loved it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Love you guys as always. Remember to tell somebody that you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.